Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. I hope you are having a wonderful day. If you are new, welcome everybody. But if you are new, I was going to say I'm in my favorite place, which is on the deck of my house. I love it out here. I'm surrounded by trees and greenery, and I have hummingbird feeders out, so I get to watch my hummingbirds. So it's my favorite place, and I'm out here as much as possible during the year. If you are here, say good morning. Good morning, Teresa. Thank you for being here. Um, I wanted this morning during meditation. It came to me that I wanted to talk about our mindset and how we can create our own mindset for the week. I know this could be a busy time of year for people. I mean, we're always busy, I know that. But kids are getting out of school and schedules may change, or something else in life is going on. It's wedding season. I attended a family wedding yesterday. So that was different than our usual, right? And so um, I have been reading this book, The Power of Your Subconscious Mind, The Power of Your Subconscious Mind by Joseph Murphy. There it is. And it is a slow. I'm a slow reader anyway. I have to get centered and focused and really concentrate. But this is a pretty what's the word? My golden retriever is going to join us today. Hi, Carter. um, it's a thick read in a sense of it takes a while to get through, right? So I really literally just have to read it, and I sort of just have to sit with it and process it. But I'm slowly getting through it, and what it's telling you is so many times we focus on what could go wrong, the negative. I don't know about you, I'm what I call a mirror. I have mirror conversations in that I was telling actually Teresa this just the other day. I have conversations, these mirror conversations, like I know I'm going to have a meeting or something that day, or I'm going to see somebody, and I'm all like sort of hyped up about it, and not in a good way, hyped up. And I have these conversations, she's going to say this and I'm going to say that. And then she's going to say this back and I'm going to say this back to her, and blah, blah, we're going to go back and forth. And we all know the conversation probably never happens, and it definitely doesn't happen that way. So I have to stop myself and say, take a moment, stop having the mirror conversation, because it's probably never going to happen. But what this book is telling us is to focus on what we want. Tell our mind, I want a conversation that is clear, concise, helpful, with good feedback, calm, unemotional, as far as like I'm not revved up, those kinds of things. So it's talking about taking sort of our fears and our worry and putting it into a different space. Teresa says, I love this when you told me this. That's what I was doing one time. Yes, it does. It makes you think about, why are we even wasting our energy on this conversation that probably won't even happen, right? If you're here, say hello, by the way. I'm so glad you're here. So if you're here, say hello. And I've been doing this, I've been working on my health doing this. I've had some health hiccups, nothing major, but just enough to be annoying. And I have tried to stay focused on, my body is healing itself. My body knows exactly what it needs, and it is healing. It is strong. It is in my favor. It is doing what it needs to do for my best good. And so I'm constantly, instead of going, oh my God, this is going to happen, and this is going to happen, I'm going to have to go to the doctor, I'm going to have medical bills. I stop doing that. Good morning, Michelle. And I say, I am I am healing. My body knows what it's supposed to do. My body is strong. My body is healing itself. And I just constantly I focus on the part of my body that needs that healing, right? And I send all the good positive vibes I can possibly send to it. And I'm just, before I go to bed at night, the last thing I do after I journal, what I'm thankful for and grateful for. After that, I lay down, I close my eyes and say, I am healing. My body is taking care of itself. My body knows what it needs, just over and over again, to try to get my mind out of that negative space. So you could use it for health, and it is helping. It is totally helping. And so I am grateful for this. If you missed it, this is the book that I am referring to, The Power of Your Subconscious Mind by Joseph Murphy. It is a sort of dense. Dense was the word, not thick. I said thick earlier because it's not a thick book at all. Dense. It's a dense book. But the content's really good. So if that's of interest to you, go for it. But so how we put this into practice for our weekly mindset, right? So if we know we're going to have a busy week, or we're dreading something that's coming up, or we know we have a big meeting at work, or we know that the kids' schedule this week is just berserk because of everything that's going on this summer, or whatever the case may be, start in your mind this week saying, it's going to be a productive week. It's going to be a fun-filled week. It's going to, whatever the case may be, the meeting is going to go smoothly. It's going to be productive. It's going to be critical for my leveling up in the company, whatever it is, right? So we take whatever we are worried about, fearful of, and we sort of change it in our minds, right? I'm going to get to spend time with my kids. My kids are doing great things in their summer activities, sports, or whatever they're doing. I am grateful and thankful to be able to spend this time with my kids. Whatever the case may be, right? So we take this, and it could be one thing, or it could be multiple things, right? It could be something's going on in a relationship. I am going to have a great conversation with my significant other this week. We are going to work through XYZ problem. We are smart, we're strong, whatever the case may be, instead of all this worry and fear. Okay. So Teresa says, I love that. I'm going to so do this. Yes, give it a try. Definitely give it a try. And I've slowly, this is so silly. I cannot stand going to get gas or to the post office. Like, those are the two things that, to me, it wastes my time. I know it's so silly. But so instead of saying, I say, I'm going to listen to great music while I am going to and from the gas station or to and from the post office. Who knows who I might meet at the post office. And last time I did meet an older gentleman that absolutely was hysterical. And I was so glad that I had a different mindset, because I probably wouldn't have even spoken to him, other than I was trying to work on this mindset of, I might meet somebody new. Everything's going to go smoothly. The line's going to be short, which it wasn't, but it's okay because I have time in my schedule so I was trying to reframe, right? So yeah, I hate getting gas too, Teresa. It's the post office, the gas station, those two places, man. So I have to start reframing, right? It's just little things like that. It's just little things like that. I was in a place last week where I just did not want to cook dinner. My we're remodeling our home, and he's been working so hard, and he usually helps cook. And I'm blessed that he loves to cook as well, but I know how hard he's been working. So I've been trying to at least get on top of whatever we're doing that night, or even cook the full meal. And I just didn't want to. And I was like, you know what? I'm blessed to have a husband that's working very hard on our home. I appreciate all he is doing. I want to, and so started to reframe. It's going to be a healthy meal. I'm going to have fun doing it. So I did turn on, I'm a music person. If y'all didn't know this, I love music. So I listen to it a lot. And so I just pumped up the music in the kitchen and I just did my thing. So all that to say, whenever you're facing something that you're worried about, something that you're fearing, something that maybe a challenge, think about it. Try to think about it in a different way. For those of you that I see a couple people hopping on, we're talking about this book right here, the Power of Your Subconscious Mind by Joseph Murphy, and how just sort of changing your mindset will help you get through things easier. And it goes back to the I don't even know what is it, a principle, the saying, I don't know what it is, but basically where your thoughts go, that's what happens basically, right? So if we're constantly worried, or we constantly are angry or constantly fearful, then however, if we flip it and we can say more positive things about it, then our minds and then our actions will be changed because of how our mindset is. Okay. So just take that on for size this week and see if that's helpful for you. I'd love for you to try it out and get back on these comments maybe this time next week and say, you know what, I did XYZ this week and this worked. And you have to be very specific sometimes, like going back to me working on this through healing my body. I've had some dental issues and they have been very annoying and very frustrating. And so I'm literally like the second tooth, upper second tooth on the left is healing. It is strong. It like all these things. I'm very specific, and you can do that as well. You can do that as well. You can say, like if you're dreading going to work tomorrow, tomorrow's going to be a good day. Or if you wake up tomorrow and say, today is going to be a good day. I'm going to be very productive. We're going to have great interactions with my coworkers. I'm going to have a great meeting with my boss. Whatever that conversation is, changing that mindset, changing just making those little tweaks will definitely help you throughout the week. So I hope that was helpful and useful. I hope you all have a beautiful Sunday. And two things that I will put down in the comments after I get off here. One, if you are not signed up for my free 5-minute meditation, I will put the link down there. And that will automatically get you on my email list. And the second thing, just as a little teaser, I will be starting a program with a colleague of mine, Cough Cough Teresa, who's on right now, at the end of June. And we're going to be announcing what that is in the upcoming week or so. So keep your eyes out for that. And this week we will be doing a second Facebook Live this week. I just hopped on here just because it was called to me this morning. But our scheduled weekly Facebook Live will be on Wednesday morning at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. Okay? So I hope you all have a beautiful, wonderful Sunday, and I will see you soon.